What's going on with Cuomo?
Well, we learned about Zohran Mamdani and how he lives in a rent-stabilized apartment. Meanwhile, it's estimated that he and his wife make $200,000, maybe plus. And those rent-stabilized apartments are only for people who are low income. Yeah. And when he rented the apartment, he said he was making $47,000 a year, so he qualified, and now he says he plans to move out. So Andrew Cuomo, who's running against him for the mayor seat, said he wants to propose a new law called the Zohran law to make sure this doesn't happen. Well,
you also got to remember that this is the same guy that just had, how many weddings did he have? Like three different weddings?
Three countries. And he owns property in Uganda.
With armed guards and everything. This was supposed to be for the poor, and he's clearly not poor, but taking advantage of any type of assistance, just like any socialist or communist. This is Cuomo finally outlining what he would do with this new law.
Rent-stabilized units, when they're vacant, should only be rented to people who need affordable housing, not people like Zohran Mamdani. You don't need to be renting rent-stabilized units to wealthy people. Otherwise, what you're doing is you're abusing the system. I'm going to propose not rent that apartment by law, except to a person who actually needs affordable housing. And I'm going to call it Zohran's law because it's an abuse of the system.
You could do this every day. He's also part of a socialist organization that's looking to destroy the family. Right. I almost thought that was part of the Onion. I said, wait a second. Is this guy just... No, he actually says this stuff, and this is the group that he belongs to. Governor Pritzker, a multi-billionaire because of his family.
Hyatt Hotel, right?
Yeah, governor of Illinois, running for a third term, was asked, because no one endorses Mamdani outside Elizabeth Warren, was asked about billionaires because Mamdani wants to get rid of them. People like him. Watch.
Look, how much money you have doesn't determine what your values are. And I'm a Democrat because I believe that everyone deserves health care. I'm a Democrat because I believe we've got to fund education and have a free public education available to every kid in this country. I'm a Democrat because I believe that we've got to stand up for our democracy and against the MAGA Republicans who are literally trying to take away people's rights all across this country. So it does not matter what your income level is. What matters is what your values are, and that's what makes me a Democrat.
Okay, nice try. Yeah. But you are a billionaire, and he wants to get rid of you. That's why all these guys, Hakeem Jeffries, the governor of the state, Hochul, you have Chuck Schumer, not a word? Yeah. How long are they going to go on like this without endorsing the guy who won the Democratic primary?
It's incredible to me that there's no moral clarity to say some of the values that this guy represents, I just don't agree with. Or at least say this doesn't represent the Democratic Party. The anti-Semitism that he's talked about, the government wealth redistribution, the fact of the funding law enforcement, none of this the Democratic Party should say that they agree with, but none of them want to.
It's so hypocritical because good for his family for making so much money. His dad's a professor at Columbia, makes more than $300,000. His mom is, according to the New York Post, worth millions of dollars. He has property in Uganda worth $150,000 to $250,000, according to the New York Post. And his salary is $140,000 as an assemblyman. He lives with his wife. His wife brings in a salary, too. Good. That's what capitalism is all about. But he's against that. He's a socialist. He's not for capitalism. So that's where the hypocrisy comes in. He is gaming the system and putting down billionaires, yet his family is very wealthy. The school he went to was more than $60,000 a year. I think it was $66,000 a year.
By the way, why hasn't he rejected his security detail?
I'm not sure.
He has like a 9 to 10 NYPD that they could be put on the street. Since you wanted to fund them, why did you decide to take on the security
and have security at your wedding?
Yeah.
Right.
I just think it's hysterical that he wants to declare war on Trump. When I get in there, it'll be his worst nightmare. Really? Donald Trump is the federal government, whether you like him or not. He controls the funding for your Medicaid. He controls the funding for your foster care, for the MTA, billions of dollars, the lunch program that you have. You also want him to pay 3/4 of this Gateway Tunnel project that goes under the Hudson River. Yeah. So you go ahead, declare war on the guy with the money. That's really helping New Yorkers.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.